hoodie. Oh, all right, another day. Just woke up not too long ago, and my daily routine is to initially, like, as soon as I wake up, come outside. The van needs work. All right, so now we have some room, move the bikes out, and I can get back to work on my van, making some swing out tire carriers. Well, one side, and then the other side is just gonna be a little platform that I can swing out over here. And then when the sliding door is open, I'm gonna have a little platform right here, and I can use that to, like, I don't know, cook, or realistically probably put my wrenches down while I'm working on something, or, you know, something along them lines. So yesterday I was talking to my brother, and every day I'm out here doing stuff, every day. Painted the hatch not too long ago. I'm working on this spare tire carrier. I just got some steel the other day. We're welding all the time, and my brother's always working on his car. Just got some bushings for it. Got cranks laying. Just, we got so much crap going on all the time. Yesterday I pretty much decided that I'm gonna make a daily vlog, at least until I'm not here anymore, because I'm on this little trip thing. I'm trying to go to all 50 states and all the capitals of them states. Majority by my van, or with my van, 1988 Volkswagen van again, that I have a Subaru engine in, that I did myself, and a Subaru transmission, which is sick, which is like awesome. So yeah, it's just, the list goes on. Dirt bikes that are completely buried, ride BMX, skate. So pretty much have decided that I need to start making videos every day and just document the process. So I got videos on a bunch of stuff that I've been doing to my van, but I have a bunch of content that I need to edit and make into a video. So that is taking, like, tremendously way too long, and these videos are gonna be like a half-hour long each. So I'm still gonna make them videos because they're gonna be, like, dedicated to that topic or that subject, and there's so much stuff in between them videos that I'm doing every day, that I'm just making like a vlog. I'm gonna do a daily vlog, and between my dad and all his buddies and just bikes, cars, I'm constantly, like, welding stuff, making stuff. I'm doing a vlog. I was trying to find my GoPro, but I have no idea where it is. We went to Florida a couple months ago on vacation, and I don't know what happened to it. So we're gonna have to work on that. But right now I'm using this big Canon camera. So yeah, my name's Dustin. My brother's name is Ricky. We call him Stick, S-T-I-C-K. It started from Sticky, and then it just got shortened to Stick, so we just call him Stick. I'm gonna take this tarp off my van, show you guys what I'm doing. Like I said the other day, went to get some steel, which I am hyped about, because this place called Allro, and they're in several locations of the U.S. It literally looks exactly like that. Super nice, all laid out. We have like the list, like the, what would you call that? Like the areas, signs. Dude, it's freaking sick. This place is awesome. They cut this steel for me. This is 1.5 by 1.5 by 1/8 inch wall tubing, square tube, and I also got some 1/4 by 2 material. I got these little hinges that I made up. These are gonna be hooks for the bottom of it, and this thing is gonna be absolutely sick. What I'm trying to make. Originally, well, I'm gonna take this tarp off and show you guys what I got. Alright, so here is the back of my van, which doesn't look very appealing. This is gonna be a spare tire carrier. So I just started this last night. So these are welded to these, and I also got to make tabs for the bottom. These are gonna be 10mm bolts holding this thing on, and I'm gonna have a hinge coming up right here. Sorry, this camera was out of focus. But this is gonna have like a little platform, and it's gonna pivot from this end, and it's so far out because of the hatch, and it is gonna pivot up out of the way, and this will be able to, I'll be able to open the hatch without taking anything off. Just moving these, like maneuvering them up out of the way. This is gonna stay on forever. I'm not gonna take it off probably for the life of this van, because I have these big 18-inch wheels on this van, which are Omant wheels from an 08 R32. They're sweet. I'm not taking them off. They're awesome. So the spare tire, which is, actually I'll walk over there. The spare tire, which is right here, is originally mounted on this ladder that I made. So this ladder hooks on to the hatch with them little hooks. And it also hooks on the bottom with these bolts. It kind of clamps and, you know, like hooks around. So this is entirely, it's way too heavy. It's so heavy for the hatch. Like if I had a light duty, like temporary spare on here, it would be fine. But I have a full size spare. I have a full size spare because these brakes are freaking huge and I can't get a spare to fit. And also I don't know, I want the diff to spin the same speed. I have a Quake limited slip differential in the back of this, in this transmission, and I don't know, I don't want to overwork that thing, I want both tires to spin the same direction, same RPM. So I have a full size spare, which does not fit in the original spare tire location. So, I gotta make these tire swing away carriers that the company called Go Westy already makes. They already make this setup, but it is way too expensive for me to buy, and I like making stuff. Okay, so this whole 50 state thing that I just talked about, right now is October, beginning of October. I think it's the 6th. So from February to beginning of July, I was on the road. So I was on the road for like 5 months. And this thing covered 11 states on the southeast part of the US. So I'm back home. My original plan was to go north. I was gonna go up to Maine, hit all like New York, Pennsylvania, all them little states up there. But I just got caught up working with my van. I've replaced the radiator in this thing, the coolant pipes. I got a coolant tank that I mounted up, which I have videos about all this stuff in the making. But I'm starting this daily vlog just because there's so much stuff that happens in between all of this that I want to capture all this while I'm home. But yeah, I was on the road for 5 months with this van, and it was awesome. But I had 5 months to think about what I wanted to do, what I wanted to improve. Every day it was like, oh, I need this. Oh, it would be sick if this was here. Oh, well, if I had a pump and a water tank and, you know, whatever. And my buddy Emilio down in Miami gave me new stainless steel coolant lines. So I replaced them, which the old ones are still laying in the yard because I'm lazy and haven't moved them. But them are the original ones. So like I said, new stainless steel coolant pipes, which again, video for that is going to be on my channel. New radiator. What are you doing, kitty? So I need to make them tabs for the bottom. So I got this all set up. I moved my hatch over there right by the door. And what's up, bud? You want to see what I'm doing? So I'm going to show off my coolant tank that I made. Whip that thing up out of just some aluminum that I got. The only thing is this fitting on here is a 1/4 inch. And this hose is a 3/8, and that's a 16th MPT, and they don't make bigger than a 1/4 barb for a 16th MPT. So I had to buy these. They are adapters for this 3/8 hose to go to a 1/4 to go to that. So that's another thing I got to do. But yeah, I'm hyped about this. It's so nice. My buddy Pete, which I'm sure you'll see him on this channel. This is off a forklift harness, which goes to my, this is for a Detroit diesel coolant sensor, level sensor, Subaru cap, and I got a Vibrant filler neck. Got some barbs on the back side, couple mounts. We're good. So I cut these two pieces. I'm kind of waiting for them to cool off, and then I'll cut them in half. Radius off one side, drill the hole, and then we'll have something like that to put on the bottom. But I also have to mark this bottom and grind off all of the paint because it's not going to want to stick if there's paint on. Oh, it's a mess, it's a mess. So all them aluminum shavings were from these. So my tabs broke off that are supposed to look like that. All this is a copy, and I need to get some fiberglass, which I've already fixed this panel. Actually, I'll show you guys that. So when I was in Oklahoma a couple months back, that's this panel. I freaking hit a pole, dude, and I hit the pole right here, and as you can see, this paint right here is fresh. There was a big dent here, and I fixed it. And I also fixed this panel, which is not the original one. But this one that I bought needed some help. There's 3 screws back here, and the one stud was completely off, and I had to glass it all up. And I also glassed up the front bumper right here. Someone hit it years ago, and I just never really fixed it. But it's solid now. There's a bunch of glass under this, and I just put tape over it, so it's like a nice smooth layer right now. I just did that to beef it up a little bit. I may paint it since I'm staying a little bit longer now. Hit a little construction thing in Miami, just barely nicked it. I was bummed. So yeah, I did the front bumper, did this. This came out super good. You can see a little crack right there, and I need to get a little brush and kind of touch it. But so yeah, and since I'm on my fiberglass game, and since I'm staying a little bit longer now, I'm going to glass this in because this side was originally wrecked, and that center panel is not like original to this van, so it's been replaced. And oh yeah, I gotta order that. It's missing one of these mounts because I'm thinking this panel that he got this from wasn't this model, and it didn't have holes, and I don't know, he never messed with it, so they never put it back on. So I need to buy one. And since that's how it was wrecked, this thing got wrecked, and it's kind of in a rough shape. It's cracking, and it's really cracking. So I need to glass this thing. It kind of needs help. It's pretty rough, actually. This back here, you know, this is cracked. That's cracked. So, yeah, these are the mounts for this. This is another project I got to do. This has 2 mounts, but it only has 1 mounting spot up here. So this one isn't used. So I decided to clamp on this side, and when this one's mounted, it basically has 2 anchor points into this fiberglass, which is just more surface area. It's just a stronger mount now because the aluminum bridges the gap. So I was going to do that originally and just run it until I got back home, but since we got time, this one's about to fall off. We're going to fix this thing up, make it solid, probably do some body work to the other side too, and that's another project that I got. So we just got projects all over the place, and sure, these are cool now. Yeah, I'm gonna make some tabs. Got these tabs welded on the bottom. Now I'm ready to deburr all these. This is gonna be my M8 tapped hole, at least at first. So I'm going to, this one doesn't have a bolt in it, so I'll use that as an example. I'll push this in here, and I'll have a thread in here, and I'll tighten this up, and I'll drill a hole also out here, so then I'll be able to tack this in place from this side. My brother's about to be home, maybe like 10 minutes, 8 minutes. He hates where he works. He can't stand it. So every day he comes home, he's super bummed out, and he's always like, man, I can't stand that place, and all this stuff. And every day when he comes home, I cheer him on. I'm like, yeah. I try to hype him up. Usually it doesn't work. Hey, here he comes, here he comes. What do you got in the back of here? He's got a turbo, he's got all exhaust, and he's gonna put it on this piece of junk. That may be a series for when I'm not here. I'll be traveling in the van, and then he's gonna start putting on that turbo kit on that NA Subaru. So yeah, them videos are coming up, and that's gonna be a rigged freaking nightmare. What is this guy doing? A rescue. Whoa, let's see.
I ran this tire over, right? And I guess when I ran it over, it like went up and smushed on it.
Wait, what are you doing? You're getting the trailer? So my dad's buddy about a week or 2 ago dropped all this dirt off. And so we got a little bit of a track going. There's a chair. We got a little bit of a track turn, a little double. It's kind of a mess up here, but yeah, we got a little thing going. The 70's messed up right now, or we'd be ripping it. But future plans for all this dirt right here. We're gonna have a little section. Oh, great.
Trailer's good?
I think so.
All right.
It's good. So I drilled my holes, slid this piece of steel back in here. I have one hole right here, and I have another hole over here under all this stuff in this tube. And my plan is to push this through the end, just like this, but it's on the inside. And this is able to be welded. Hey, kitty. I knew this drill extension would come in handy one day. So I use that drill extension because I can't get the drill. It's like, it's too much on an angle because of this bumper. So they're all tacked up. Had to get my dad to step on the foot pedal because I was crawling around on the ground. But kind of sucks TIG welding. That's one downfall. But MIG is so nasty and splatter and stuff. He's back. Oh, it does run. The chain already popped off.
Wait.
Oh, hold on. All right, anyway. Oh, it fell off again. Look.
I need to tighten the chain.
Yeah, you do. What are you doing up there? Got them all welded up. Looks super good. So these are 8 mils, and I need to tap them out to 10, which is this drill and tap right here. This is an OSG. This is like a machine tap. They're super good. Actually, I got a whole thing of taps. A bunch of metric. I got pretty many inch taps, bunch of little guys, MPTs. I got a bunch. I got enough for everything that we need, and if not, I'll buy them. Got all this stuff off the van. That's what I did. I took all the bottom things off. Got them up here, cleaned them up a little bit. So these are the tabs that I welded on, well, tacked on. I'm gonna tack these on a little bit more. So I'm just gonna do each side on all these. And then on this side right here, I'm gonna grind out this with the cutoff wheel, not all the way through. And then I'm going to weld it, and that'll get more of a penetration on all these little tabs. Because if I just weld it right now, it'll only get this outside. It won't get the middle of this. Same thing with these little guys. I want to get all the way down in there, which on a couple of them, the radius on right there, you can see this one like really good. You can see that big radius on this tube, so that helps because I can get down in there, and it'll just be a more solid weld. I want these things to be on there like as good as I can get them.
Gotta get that penetration.
You messed up?
Nah! That's so the weld gets in that little groove, you know? Because that's so flat, that actually I can get it down there.
So we got them. Alright guys, so just kept on welding all this stuff up, and it welded awesome. It welded so good. And as I was going, I could see it melting down into that cut mark that I made with the little grinder. I could see it going down in that little path. And them things are going to be strong. That penetrated so well. And I was burning. I was all out. Everything this thing had. I did blow the breaker a couple times. Because this is welding current. I mean, that is pegged. Foot pedal was pegged. This is some thick steel I'm dealing with. And like I said, I wanted this to be all the way penetrated through. And I think we accomplished that. I am feeling super good about them welds. I was kind of nervous about it, which is why I ground them out. But these are, I'm not even worried about it anymore. These threads are super solid. And yeah, I think I'm going to drill them now. That won't be too loud. So I'm going to drill, tap all these. I got 8 total. So we'll get on that Every night at this time, there's a bee. Like a hornet thing. And he comes out every night. And he's been coming out at this time of night for like 2 weeks now. Every night. It's so weird. It's the same time too. It's about 10 or 11. He comes out. He starts flying around to every light. He's like flying. And the whole next day I'll forget about him. He'll come back out. It's kind of weird. It's kind of cool though. So I got all these drilled, and I hit them with a countersink just on the hand drill. Other side's over there. And now M10 by 1.5. Drilled and tapped. Honestly, the threads look super good, and you can't tell the difference between this, the wall thickness, and the piece that I welded in there, because it's like so tight. Dude, it is perfect. So it's gonna bottom probably right there, because it's gonna have that little 1/4 inch piece of steel in there, about 6 mil, and times 8 across, well, 4 down here, 4 over there. This thing's gonna be plenty strong enough. They're all drilled, they're all countersunk. Well, not countersunk. I like to take the countersink and just barely touch it. It just kind of makes it like a nice, it just looks good. Front, or not front, top and bottom I did. So this is a 10.8 hole. So hopefully that's enough slop in case anything is out of whack a little bit. I could go more, maybe, that should be enough. So it's another day. Man, this is a mess. Today is over. Make sure this gas is off. That door's locked. Flashlights, charging, that's like a nightly thing. I always charge my flashlight. All right, garage. So tomorrow I'm gonna work on that hitch a little bit more. It's also back there on the vise. And I'm gonna try to get them hinges on. Van, I'll see you in the morning. And good night.